While most people talk about crisis, inflation, and global conflicts, the richest people in the world are doing something completely different. They are moving their money, and not a little. According to new data from March 2026, billionaires are actively changing their investment portfolio. And this usually happens right before a new market cycle starts. The last time we saw this was in 2009, after the financial crisis, and in 2020, after the pandemic. Both times, the markets grew massively. So the question is simple. Where are billionaires investing in 2026? Why this matters? Because money always moves before the news. When central banks start lowering interest rates, a chain reaction begins. Interest rates go down, deposits and bonds bring less profit. Money starts searching for higher returns. And that's when capital moves into new assets. The problem, most people do the opposite. When uncertainty grows, they move money to cash. They wait, they freeze. But this is exactly when the biggest investors start buying. Because when fear is high, many assets are undervalued. Data. What billionaires are buying. The biggest growth in portfolios is happening in private companies. 53% of billionaires are increasing investments in private businesses. These include tech companies, services, and infrastructure projects that are not on the stock market. Why? Because businesses create the highest value growth. Second big trend, stocks. 45% of billionaires are increasing investments in stocks of developed countries, and another 44% are increasing investments in global markets. This is very logical. When interest rates fall, stocks usually start growing faster. Another big trend is alternative investments. 40% of billionaires are increasing investments in hedge funds. 38% are investing more in infrastructure projects. 36% are increasing investments in private debt, and about 36% are increasing real estate investments, especially commercial real estate. When loans become cheaper, demand for property grows, and prices usually rise. Billionaires are also increasing investments in gold and metals. About 35% are adding more gold to their portfolios. Very few are reducing it. This shows something important. We are living at the end of a large global debt cycle. These periods usually come with inflation, geopolitical tension, and lower trust in currencies. Cash is actually going down. Only 15% of billionaires are increasing cash positions, but 24% are reducing them. That means capital is slowly leaving conservative assets and moving into investments. And then there is another question. Where does crypto fit in this picture? Bitcoin is one of the rarest assets in the world. Its inflation is about 0.8% per year. Gold is about 1.6%. Fiat currencies are much higher. And when liquidity grows, rare assets often grow the fastest. The most important thing happening right now is this. The world is moving from a period of tight liquidity to a period of expanding liquidity. And this is exactly when new investment cycles begin. In a few years, people might talk about this moment the same way they talk about 2009 or 2020 today. So the real question is not whether markets will grow. The real question is, are you ready for the next cycle?